Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Jam on the Couch. We kind of thought this one is going to be really relevant just because of how the boys are actually feeling today. They're still feeling a little bit fragile, and even poor Grant, we had to basically send him on his way and go out and hit the streets and get walking because he was in that much pain. And this is something that every single one of you will actually be able to relate to because you've all had it. And to be honest guys, if you haven't had it, then don't let us get our hands on you because you will definitely regret it. And what I mean by that is that the boys and some of you guys out there right now are experiencing DOMS. Alright? Delayed onset muscle soreness. It's that feeling in the muscle where you just feel so unbelievably stiff, tight and sore that when you wake up in the morning, you need to be lifted out of bed. Alright, I mean I think after you guys...
Forklift needed? Definitely.
Yeah, you guys were away on Saturday doing a Viper training course. Now you guys were working out solid for 8 hours.
8 hours, yeah.
That is some bad-ass DOMS. Alright?
It was painful.
I mean, these guys actually text me on the train saying it hurts to text. Alright? That's the kind of physical discomfort that they were in. And I'm not saying that's what you guys were in, that it hurts to text, but I know that you guys have definitely experienced DOMS. Alright? I mean, I remember, the worst case I actually ever had was when we just opened this place. And I knew that, if Gillian and I were going to be opening a group exercise studio, then I needed to try out some of the classes, alright? Still haven't plucked up the courage to do Shabam, even though I do a little bit up and down the corridor here, I do a little bit of freestyle. But there's a special shout out going here. Gavin, you destroyed me in your pump class, man. Alright? Now, I always understood the concept and principles behind pump, I just never experienced it. But my God, Gavin made me experience it in that class. And I was hurting for 3 days after that class, so cheers Gav. But that's exactly how you guys, well, I mean, you're still feeling a bit fragile now, are you?
Workout this morning was a waste of time. Lightweight, 25 minutes.
Well that's it though, I mean you almost kind of feel like you just can't do anything. Lifting a pencil is hard enough.
Yeah, but I would say it's finding ways to try and combat that. And a lot of people think that jumping into like a warm shower or something along those lines is actually going to benefit them when there is other ways you could do it. And yeah, going probably colder to bring down the core temperature in the body is going to benefit you more because it starts flushing the blood through the body to push all the toxins out. So that's probably when I was in America doing a football scholarship last year, we had to have ice baths. Oh my God. I hated them. From here to here in cold water was not pleasant, but I would always wake up the next day feeling a lot better because the blood was being shunted through the body and pushing all the toxins out. So that's one way of benefiting from...
What we're not telling you is to go to Asda or Tesco and buy all the ice that they've got in their ice boxes and go and throw it in the bath and jump in it.
There is other ways. Yeah.
Absolutely not. One, you'll probably never talk to us anymore, and you'll find out that your next door neighbour is actually a penguin. But Greg's right. I mean, what you're essentially trying to do is when you lower your body's core temperature, all right, and when you start getting into cold showers or even cool showers, what you're wanting to happen there is your heart is going to start pumping even faster because it's going to try and get you warmer, okay? And by doing that, it's going to push the blood through the muscles, all right? And that's what you want. You want that blood flowing through the muscles because right now, they're swollen, they're inflamed, and they're hurting. And the only way that they're going to feel better is if you get fresh nutrients to it, you get fresh blood to it. Alright? So you need to cool yourself down, like Greg said, just don't jump in an ice bath.
Yeah, that was the training was 3 times a day, so I had to do it, or else I was going to be in agony. But yeah, as Mike's saying, try and just not cold, but don't have a warm shower like I did after the training on Saturday. because it felt nice, because I just knew my body was in bits. So I was like, well, I'm sure standing there enjoying it, and yeah, I'm suffering for it today because I should have lowered the temperature to try and make my body recover a wee bit better. But
yeah. I mean, so that's one way on how you can do it. But I know, like, Ross, with you being a runner, I mean, like, you do like marathons, half marathons. You did the Thunder Run last year and everything as well. What's one of the things that you like doing when you get badass DOMs from some of your runs?
One of the best ways I've found is just even to go out for a very light jog and a brisk walk, just again get the blood flowing around the system. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous, just sort of even a very light jog if you can. Just get the muscles moving, get the limbs producing, so the heart's producing oxygen around the body, get the limbs moving.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing you can do, stay still. You just feel like
do the YMCA.
like staying still, you sort of stiffen up again.
That's it. I mean, you guys might remember this as well, but remember when you were at school, all right, and you had PE, and one of the first things the teacher always said to do was sit down and cross your legs, all right? Looking back on that, it's no wonder my knees and hips are buggered, all right? Because what you have effectively just done is you've got your heart rate going, you've got your body warm, you're right up there, and then your teacher, who is supposedly a professional, as not fair to say, teachers have changed, times have changed, but they've asked you to put your legs in that position and cool you down. All right. So just think about it. If your legs are a piece of steel and you've got them heated up so that you can bend and mold it, and then all of a sudden you dip it in cold water, what's going to happen to the steel? It's going to stay in that position. All right. Now your teacher's got you all hot. It's going to cool you down on a cold linoleum floor, which is what we trained on. So your muscles and joints and everything have cooled down in this position. Your teacher then asks you to stand up.
It's going to hurt.
Ow!
Yeah.
I'm hurting just thinking about it.
It's like when I was getting off the train on Saturday, it's the exact same feeling, because as soon as you're in the same position for a long period of time, after you've done exercise and you know all the toxins are built up, the muscle fibers are really tight, as soon as you stand up, it's like literally the creaking. Like you can hear it in the seat. Like that's what you feel like when you get up, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And it's trying to keep yourself mobile and active to get rid of DOMs as well, so it keeps the blood flow going rather than sitting still and rather than not doing anything. Even though you feel like you can't do anything because you're in that much pain, try and move, try and keep moving, try and even come into like a body balance class or a Pilates class, get stretched off, and as long as you're doing something, keeping the blood flowing.
Yeah. I know it's not always easy. I know Ross has said, one of the best things that he does is goes out for a little mild run and things like that. For those of you that have dogs, you've got no excuse. All right, take them out for a walk. I'm sure they'll love you for it. All right, but here's the thing, and like Greg's saying, some of you haven't got that opportunity, and some of you will probably go home and the first thing you're going to do after your workout is, I'm done. I get it, but here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with that. Keep your legs out straight. Try and lengthen out your hips a little bit as well, because that's where you're going to feel the biggest amount of tension, because that's where you're compressed the most. Right? That's where your biggest angle is, and that's where you're going to get the most amount of restriction.
Through all your joints, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a lot of strain in the knees, especially with the classes, a high impact through the hips. But obviously, I'd say as well, it's coming down to again refueling. But there's loads of other ways of doing that as well.
Yeah.
Like through what you're eating after your workout to what you're eating in the morning and throughout the day as well. It's going to not necessarily stop DOMs, because there's no. I don't think there's any proof that anyone can actually physically stop you from getting DOMs.
Make it easier.
It's just making it easier, and then as your body adapts, and then they then start to lower. But then that's where you need to try and progress.
There is a way to stop DOMs. You just be fat and lazy and so.
Or just man up.
but I'm really glad that you kind of touched on the nutrition point as well, because there is so much that you can actually do to not prevent it, but lessen the impact that it has on you, and also be able to get rid of it quicker. All right, and it's actually something that we've been talking an awful lot about within the club, and a lot of you are actually either on it or you've asked about it and you've inquired about it. It's our 7-day detox, the Aura Cleanse plan. And the reason why that is so beneficial to the prevention of DOMs is essentially what Dom says, you've got so much acid in your body, you've got so much toxic waste flushing around your body that your body just cannot dispose of it. Alright? It needs help. That's where your antioxidants come in. Alright? The things that help fight toxic levels and help your body recover and repair.
It's what Ross lives on, fruit. Like literally, yeah, Ross does live on fruit. I live with him, and every time after work, it's something that he eats. It's fruit, antioxidants. You're going to get most of that from your berries. Yeah.
Things like raspberries as well, particularly, and even things like apples, just anything you can get your hands on. I say particularly after a workout, a banana's a good option. It's a bit higher in natural sugar, but again, it just gives you that instant hit of energy. Just keeps you going for that a little bit longer.
Yeah. I mean, some fruits, some vegetables are better than others. All right. Like Greg's kind of said, berries right up there, spinach up there, bananas great, but there's actually something in bananas as well that actually stops other things happening in your body. Right. There's some things that are in bananas that you don't need when you have DOMs. They're great for right there at the time, which is great for runners, and that's why you love the thing so much, which is why, oh, you haven't got your banana shoes on. Wait, say, look at his banana shoes. I shouldn't even say that because they used to be mine. But yeah, so there are so many other better things there for you. All you need to do is just look. Now you can actually get this Aura Cleanse plan for free. All you need to do is sign up to our daily blogs and our emails. Just jump onto our website at www.jamfitness.me and you'll be able to get that. But essentially, guys, DOMS is a good thing, alright? DOMS is a clear indication of you have pushed your body far enough that it has had to change. It has had to adapt, alright? Now here's the thing, if you're not going to challenge your body is not going to change. It is not going to get stronger, it is not going to get leaner, it is not going to get thinner, it is not going to get sexier, and you are not going to feel happier unless you feel the change.
Yeah.
Greg feels the change.
My ass cheeks do as well.
But that's it, guys, alright? There are things that you can do. Don't be scared of it. It is a natural process and you do want it. But you need to understand how to control it, how to manage it, and how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And we can help you with that. Alright? So jump online, check it out, and make sure you tune in for another edition of Jam on the Couch. Cheers, guys. See you later.
Ciao for now.